of your yard, increase security, and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with 4 Lincoln locations, but now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, chance of snow expected this morning, otherwise mainly cloudy, breezy and cold. We'll see a high of just 1. Tonight, mainly clear and very cold. We'll see an overnight low around -12. And tomorrow, more sunshine on the way. It'll be cold, though. We'll see a high of around 10. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
A lot of people in the summertime think, gee, I want to build a new home. By the time they go through the process of sitting down, getting the permits, and getting the home started, the home isn't done until January or February.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, and they've built neighborhoods in and around Lincoln for over 25 years.
I think the best time to start designing your new home is the month of January, because get an early start on it. Sit down, the snow's flying, let's sit around the table, let's drop some plans, let's put numbers together, let's get a budget put together, and let's get that thing started so that the home's done in summer or fall before school starts. So now is really the time to be contacting us to get an appointment to get the job done.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
A lot of work goes into making Nebraska, Nebraska. Keeping it green. Helping it thrive. Making it fun. Everything that goes into caring for our outdoors, from waters to wildlife, plays a big role in making Nebraska home. Learn how we help conserve our state's natural resources at outdoornebraska.org.
Paid for by Nebraska Game and Parks. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is the Happy Hour.
You guys going to happy hour?
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America.
Yeah, I'll come for a couple.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert.
I want to know what it's like to commit a crime without having to spend time in jail.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
Brought to you by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome in to the happy hour here on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. I am Rico, joined by Austin Orman. Austin, how are you on this wonderfully freezing Monday in Lincoln, Nebraska?
It's nice to be back. That's what I'll say. You know, I had a great weekend with the family at home. Watched some good sports, watched some bad sports. Chilled, literally. Made it out to the grocery store and back. I was impressed with us.
You braved the cold weather?
We did. We were running on fumes and not even leftovers, like scraps. But hey, we made it work. How are you, Rico? That's the real question.
I am great. I went to the Remington Awards this last Saturday. Shout out to Aaron Davis, the MC, who invited me and a couple other of the 93.7 The Ticket crew. Chris Raff, Jay Foreman, DP, we were all there. Got to meet an NFL Hall of Famer in Kevin Mawai. First time seeing a gold jacket in person. Pretty cool. And the Remington Award winner, Jackson Powers Johnson, the center for Oregon. Look, I know that we've seen some big dudes around here, and we've had Nuri and, Jay and Rashawn and Raph. I mean, he's a big dude too. But like a center from Oregon who's going into the NFL draft, skip the bowl game to get ready for that's a big dude. Like we've seen some big dudes, but that guy just built different.
The last two winners have been what? Oluwatimi from Michigan and him. Massive humans.
Huge.
And not only are they big, they move so well. They move better than you and I do. And we're supposed to be more maneuverable.
Exactly.
Oh, we're not.
I should be able to get away from them. I don't know if I would be able to.
Yeah, no.
No, probably not. But congratulations to him. And they also had the other Remington from different divisions of football. The other Remington from the FCS, D2, D3, and NAIA were all there and were honored. Just a wonderful night all around. Seeing Dave Remington there also fantastic. Still looks good. Looks great. He did a little I would just like a little pass blocking move, and he was like, "Oh, my knees," but he was good. It still looked good. You probably get him out there for like a rep. I don't know. He probably wouldn't like that. He probably wouldn't like that at all. But thank you all for joining us here on the Happy Hour. Shout out to Empire Fence and Netting. You guys can join in on the show, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, Starter Heyman text line, and on the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter /X, and Allo Channel 961, which takes you all across this wonderful state of Nebraska that is a frozen tundra right now, as it is -18 outside, I think is what the real feel is. And I think it said it was like 0 or 1 degree. So we got above 0, possibly, until the wind hits you in the face, and then you're going to freeze and you can turn to a popsicle.
And then 0 is the number of seconds you want to be outside.
Exactly. Just don't do it. Stay at home and listen to us. Listen to us on the app. Listen to us on the video stream. It's a great time to just listen to the happy hour. Also, everybody be mad at Nick, because this man left during the cold wave. And when he gets back, I know it's not going to be much, but he gets back and it'll be in the 30s as highs in Lincoln.
That's a legit heat wave right now.
I am upset. He's bringing the warmth back with him. I need him to experience this, but he gets back. I think he flies back Thursday, and it's like a high of, what did I say, like 13 or something like that. I need everybody to just send him snowflakes.
But then he gets back to work and it's above freezing.
Exactly. Ridiculous.
This
dude goes to Mexico and has the best time.
Speaking of Nick in Mexico, I was not expecting any correspondence from him at all. But I set my phone down for a while and I walk back to it and I have a text from Nick and there's a picture. I'm like, okay, he's just going to be a jerk. He sends me a picture with the caption Bobby Witt sighting.
No.
Okay, so that's what I thought. I'm like,
did you look at it?
I looked at the
Bobby?
picture. And no, it's not Bobby Witt Jr. Like, the guy they took a picture of is like half hidden by this girl in the water, but it's not Bobby Witt Jr. And now here's the
thing.
Nick
must have been tanked.
He didn't say Bobby Witt Jr. He just said Bobby Witt. So I'm looking all throughout the picture, like,
Bobby Sr.?
Where's Bob Sr.? And I'm not seeing Bob Sr. So I had to text back, like, what am I missing here? I don't see Bobby Witt.
Did he respond?
No response. So Nick must have been completely in the tank.
Nick was tanked. We're going to call, everybody, we're going to call Nick tomorrow. 1:15. We're going to give him a ring. We're going to see if he answers. He told us he wasn't going to answer, but maybe. We'll see. We'll see if we get lucky and we can talk to Nick. And he didn't know, so he was texting us yesterday. He turned his phone. He told us he was going to turn his phone off. He must have done it for real. Didn't know that Kalen DeBoer took the Alabama job. He was taken by surprise. So he's going to have a lot to talk about when he gets back on Monday.
That's one of my favorite recurring bits that Cespedes Family Barbecue does. Is one of the guys will shut his phone off on the first day of free agency or something like that, and then they will go down all the moves.
Ooh.
So he has to react real time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. Speaking of reacting real time, I don't know if that has to do anything with what I'm about to say. The NFL playoffs started this weekend. And by the way, if you're a fan of the playoffs, the NFL, we will have 2 games on the airwaves tonight, starting at 3:30, I guess just today, starting at 3:30 with the moved game where the Steelers are traveling to Buffalo, where it's still have you seen pictures of the stadium?
Yeah, not great, Bob.
It's they've been shoveling all weekend and it just keeps snowing and filling it back up. But that game kicks off at 3:30, I believe. You can come right here, 93.7 The Ticket. Tell all your friends you can listen to it on the radio. But On the Block, Old School, and all of our weeknight shows will be streaming, so you can catch those. Again, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and I believe Allo Channel 961. You can catch it on there as well. So you'll get Steelers, Bills at 3:30, and then at 7:15, you will get the Eagles with 11 wins traveling down to Tampa to take on the Buccaneers, who have 9 wins, which is still ridiculous, but they won their division.
Hey, shout out to our guy Delco Dave, who has recovered from his issues going on in the store.
Yep.
Stopped by 12-0. He was on edge. He said he expects a dogfight. He's not confident, but he's hopeful.
I devoured that Philly, and I appreciate him very much. I ate it so fast that I forgot to take a picture, but I will shout him out right here. Thank you to Delco Dave. And I am picking your birds to win. As much as it pains me, I'm picking your birds to win in this one. But like I said, you guys can listen to both of those games here on 93.7 The Ticket on our waves. And also, I'm just going to shout out everything that's happening. Renee Saunders, Omaha Scott all-world volleyball coach, will be on our airways because she is also going to be doing the color commentary for Omaha Supernovas games with DP. She will be on Old School today, so you can listen to her. And her and DP will be working out how they're gonna get things and what they're going to say and all that fun stuff when they broadcast Supernovas games. That again you can catch here on 93.7 The Ticket starting next Wednesday as Atlanta comes to Omaha to play in the first ever Professional Volleyball Federation game.
And they come in the heat wave too.
Yeah, they get here when it's the 30s. Lucky them.
Hot Atlanta.
The Supernovas had if you follow them on Instagram or Facebook, really, the players were not having a great time with the cold. Especially Big Betty. She's from the Dominican Republic. This is not her weather. She was not having a good time. But it's okay. It's okay. They made it through. And like I said, you can hear Renee Saunders today on Old School. But back to the NFL playoffs. Austin.
Rico.
Out of everything that happened this weekend, out of all of the losses and the wins and the great plays and the cold weather, what is the most surprising thing that you saw or the most surprising thing to you that happened?
The margin of victory for Green Bay over Dallas. That is by far the most surprising thing. Kansas City over Miami. Yeah, sure. Okay, whatever. And we kind of saw that one coming. You look at Lions over the Rams. Yeah, sure. Makes sense. I guess we saw that.
First playoff win since 1991 for the Lions.
Yeah, it's been a
it's been a while.
Hot minute for them. Houston over Cleveland wasn't surprising. Houston has been on a little bit of a heater, playing well offensively. You knew that the Green Bay's offense would have a chance against Dallas's defense. You didn't know that Dallas would be held to 24 points against like the number 30 defense in the league. I'm not shocked that the Packers won, but the fact they did it in such dominating fashion, that really stood out to me. That's a huge testament to Jordan Love, the quarterback position. I mean, let's not pretend like Dallas's defense doesn't have dudes, right?
Yeah.
That LaFleur called a heck of a game. Love made some amazing throws, but like 5 incompletions all game, a few touchdowns. I said I wouldn't be shocked if Green Bay won that game. I did pick Dallas. I said I wouldn't be shocked if Green Bay won. Did not see them doubling Dallas up.
Yeah, I say shocked at the result, about how it all happened and how it went down. Jordan Love looking like the quarterback that maybe Green Bay thought they were drafting. He looked fantastic. Like you said, he, barely any incompletions. He was, for all you stat heads out there, he was 2 yards passing away from matching the exact stat line in every facet, aside from probably rushing yards, with CJ Stroud. Wow. 2 yards, same amount of completions, attempts, touchdowns, and quarterback rating.
And those were 2 of the better defenses in the NFL, if you look at Cleveland and Dallas.
Yes.
Wow.
And both young quarterbacks, carved them up. And it was to me, Houston over Cleveland, the margin of victory, again, was something that surprised me. Also, just the victory. I thought Cleveland had been playing so well down the stretch with Joe Flacco at quarterback, and that Houston, again, with a first-year head coach and a rookie quarterback getting into the playoffs, I thought that they might struggle a little bit, even if the game was at home. But they just dismantled Cleveland, and that defense that, kind of like what you said about Dallas, it's not like they don't have dudes. They have a lot of guys on that defense that play really well, and Houston just picked them apart. I know 2 pick sixes also helped in that, but the way that they were able to carve Cleveland up and the way that their defense was able to contain Joe Flacco, and Amari Cooper ended up getting hurt early in that one, but still able to contain a veteran quarterback who was undefeated in the wild card round and was 1 win away from tying Tom Brady for all-time playoff wins, a guy who knows how to win in the postseason. The way that Houston's defense was able to keep them contained and keep Joe Flacco in check, sacking him 4 or 5 times in that one, and the way that their offensive line was able to not give up a sack, keep their rookie quarterback clean, and allow him to go to work. Just extremely impressive and very unforeseen for me. And I know that Jay Foreman, if the Bills win today, again, double happy.
Why does Jay have nice things? Why does
life.
Jay get all the nice things? Like, I love Jay. I have no bones to pick with Jay, but why does he get everything nice?
I don't know, man. It's a great question. He's living his best life. I asked him if he was gonna go up to Buffalo, and he was like, he said, hell no. He's not gonna deal with that cold.
What was the least surprising thing about Wild Card Weekend to you?
The least surprise to me, it was the Chiefs beating the Dolphins. The score, whatever it was just the Chiefs beating the Dolphins, just because, as we've seen, Tua and cold weather do not mix. They're dealing with 6 defensive starters down. Their offense just isn't built for a cold weather game. They're built for decent weather, warm weather, where they can spread you out, hit you with big plays. And in the cold weather, you're not really going to have that opportunity. At least not to me. I don't know. Some smarter football minds might be able to refute that statement, but the way that they played the game and the way that Tua plays in cold weather, I was not surprised at all that Kansas City was able to take care of business. And it should have been an even bigger margin, but they had to keep kicking field goals in the red zone. Another big surprising thing to me is that Patrick Mahomes was allowed to wear his broken helmet. The thing shattered. Yeah. A piece flies off. There's cracks going up the top.
Spider webs.
He takes it off, doesn't like the helmet that he's wearing, puts the broken one back on, and the Chiefs and the NFL are just like, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Go ahead, face of our league.
Yeah, what happened to safety
brain
measures?
Injuries.
What happened? We're just okay with it? Ridiculous. But no, the Chiefs kind of taking apart the Dolphins, not surprising in the slightest.
Guess the combined number of passing attempts versus the combined number of rushing attempts in Kansas City and Miami.
Combined?
Yes.
I haven't seen the stats. I'm going to go 30 passing attempts combined and like 54 rushing attempts.
There were 52 rushing attempts, only 18 for Miami, 34 for Kansas City.
So close.
80 pass attempps.
80?
Tua checked it 39 times, Mahomes 41.
Well, I guess they were down and they were desperate. They still thought, so they had to chuck it even if it wasn't going to work. So it makes sense.
80 pass attempts in that weather. And imagine like Butker's feet trying to kick that brick.
Well, did you see him? He would go to a knee every time he kicked it.
Yeah.
So he'd kick it and then go to a knee. I don't know what that was
Broke my
for.
foot.
But he's just like, that hurts. That's not good.
I go kick off.
There was a dude who was shirtless in the crowd.
Yeah, there's always one.
And I saw somebody say that he went to the hospital. I don't know if it was a true account, if it was a real account or a troll account, but I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt that guy in negative 30 degrees who's shirtless had to go to the hospital. What are you doing?
Oh, yeah. Don't do that. It's not
be smart. You're a grown man.
Frostbite is the thing.
Be smart.
It can get you.
That is not smart.
No.
But the NFL playoffs.
This man has a fishing pole.
Why? whatever.
You going ice fishing?
Yes. There's
What
like
are
a
we
little.
doing?
There's like a little.
Lincoln, what are we doing?
Little pond near where we live. The little
Yeah,
pond.
yeah.
There's some people on there the other day. I don't know what they were doing. They didn't have a tent or anything, but they were standing like in the middle of the pond. And I was like, "What are we fishing? What's going on here?" I see people fishing there, when it's warmer out, but I don't know about ice fishing.
Right.
Seems like a terrible idea. NFL playoffs in full effect. A grand old time. Like I said, you can listen to 2 of those games. The only 2 games that you'll be having that are on tonight here on 93.7 The Ticket. Steelers Bills at 3:30 and Eagles Bucks at 7:15 right here on 93.7 The Ticket. You can listen to that. All the other shows will be on the stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. With that, we are going to go to a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit of Nebraska ball, men's and women's, as neither one of them really had a lot of success this weekend going on the road and losing both of their games. Where do they stand now? What's in the future? What are their games coming up? We'll talk about that up next on the Happy Hour on 93.7 The Ticket.
Follow Nick and Enrique on Twitter at Nick_Sainert and at Radio Rico AC. More of Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
A lot of people in the summertime think, gee, I want to build a new home. By the time they go through the process of sitting down, getting the permits, and getting the home started, the home isn't done until January or February.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, and they've built neighborhoods in and around Lincoln for over 25 years.
I think the best time to start designing your new home is the month of January, because get an early start on it. Sit down, the snow's flying, let's sit around the table, let's drop some plans, let's put numbers together, let's get a budget put together, and let's get that thing started so that the home's done in summer or fall before school starts. So now is really the time to be contacting us to get an appointment to get the job done.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, chance of snow expected this morning, otherwise mainly cloudy, breezy and cold. We'll see a high of just 1. Tonight, mainly clear and very cold. We'll see an overnight low around -12. And tomorrow, more sunshine on the way. It'll be cold, though. We'll see a high of around 10. Meteorologist Kyle Clicker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
A lot of work goes into making Nebraska, Nebraska. Keeping it green. Helping it thrive. Making it fun. Everything that goes into caring for our outdoors, from waters to wildlife, plays a big role in making Nebraska home. Learn how we help conserve our state's natural resources at outdoornebraska.org.
Paid for by Nebraska Game and Parks. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Husker fans, your Nebraska wrestling team needs you at the Bob Devaney Sports Center for a Big Ten matchup on Sunday, January 21st against the Purdue Boilermakers. The duel will begin at 1 p.m., and the first 200 fans will receive a Nebraska wrestling blanket. For more information or to secure your tickets, visit huskers.com/tickets or call 402-472-3111.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Nutrition Authority presents Activator. University studies have shown that Activator helps with building muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Activator is for male and females of all ages who want to look, feel, and perform their best. Activator can only be found in Nutrition Authority. Stop in, call, or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary.
This isn't the real Caesar's Palace, is it?
What do you mean?
Did Caesar live here?
No.
I didn't think so.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Speaking of basketball, Austin, we're about to talk men's and women's basketball and how they both lost on the road.
Mm-hmm.
But that's sad. So we're going to push that a little bit.
Okay.
We'll push that a little bit.
All right.
And just got some, it's, 15-ish minutes old, but I just saw this on the Twitters, on the X's, from Nebraska football. Come out and support Husker men's basketball and be a part of the pregame festivities with our second annual dunk contest this Saturday. This Saturday, Pinnacle Bank Arena, 12:45 Central Standard Time, Nebraska football dunk contest. So that got me thinking, and it got DP thinking as well as he tweeted this out. Who would you pick from the Nebraska football team to win in a dunk contest?
Who would you pick, Rico?
For me, and it's just recency bias, Carter Nelson. Athletic as all get out. We've seen the videos of him getting up, going between the legs, I think he did, and yamming one home. I would pick Carter Nelson. DP brought up Malachi Coleman. I completely forgot Malachi was a baller in high school, was yamming on people, dude's crazy explosive also. I don't know. I want to say that I would pick Carter Nelson. I want to know what you guys think. 402-464-5685, Honda Lincoln Hotline, Starter Heyman text line. I want you guys to text in. I want what? 3 names? And
It's
I'll
Coleman. It's Harburg.
Maybe Harburg. He is a crazy athlete, and he was dunking. What they have like what was that off season where everybody was sending in dunk videos? There was an offensive lineman that got up too. But I want you guys to send in 3 of them, three players that you think on the football team would win in a dunk contest, and then I'm going to take the most popular 3, and I'm going to put it on a Twitter poll. And it'll be those 3 and then the field as the 4th option.
Elijah Judy, maybe? If you want a big guy?
Nah, he's exploding. Look, this is no disrespect to any of them. I don't know if Elijah Judy's getting up and doing anything crazy.
Tommy Hill?
Like, there's guys who are getting up and dunking it. Tommy? Maybe. Emmett Johnson? Some of those running, some of the smaller guys can get up and maybe do something crazy, go between legs or something.
Phelan Sanford? He's not on the team this year.
He's not on the team.
So
Nope. Doesn't count.
out.
Doesn't count. Somebody said Ty Robinson. Nah, he's too big. Ty's too big. He'd break the rim. Ty's too big.
Do we think Javen can get up and do something cool? Or is he just...
Oh, Javen could
just
definitely.
tomahawk.
Yeah. OG CJ says any defensive lineman would be awesome. If you could get the polar bear before he shed the weight, that would be crazy. No, it's definitely... Well, not definitely. My thought is, and maybe a lot of other people, the skill position. Somebody said Thomas Fidone. I was thinking Thomas Fidone.
Maybe.
We saw him doing that in that offseason, but I think that was before the knee surgeries.
Right.
I don't know how explosive he is just dunking. Obviously, we saw it on the football field those last year. I don't know how explosive he is dunking the ball or if he wants to dunk, hang on the rim, and drop down on those knees anymore.
Right. See, my money is that someone in the defensive backfield that wins. If it's not them,
I'm going Carter Nelson. I'm all in Carter Nelson.
It's a skill guy, isn't it?
That's the thing. You would think so. But there's going to be an offensive lineman that surprises you. See, and Husker Army says Teddy Prohaska or Bryce, they're both 6'9". See, the thing is, it's not about just dunking. It's a dunk contest. I got to see something cool. What is Teddy going to do? A 360? Is he going to go behind the back? Is he gonna tomahawk? Like, what's he going to do? I know he's 6'9", but you got to get up there and do something silly. Do something crazy.
Piper's not dunking.
No.
Not the knee injury.
No.
Mason Goldman from Gretna. I don't know enough about Lutovsky.
Lutovsky's not dunking.
Dylan
No disrespect.
Parrott?
No.
Sam Sledge?
No.
Ben Scott?
I want to see Ben Scott dunk.
Joey Mancino?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Turner?
I feel like Turner could.
6'6", 310?
I feel like Turner could. But again, this isn't just about dunking. It's about doing something.
Jacob Hood, 6'8", 350?
Jacob.
David Borchers?
Jacob Hood's not jumping.
Brock Knutson? 6'7", 305?
I feel like a lot of these guys played basketball, but I don't know how many of them were getting up and dunking.
What about Mav Noonan?
Ooh. He's coming off the injury, though.
He's coming off the injury.
He's had a whole year to rehab and stuff, but he played basketball.
Riley Van Poppel?
Ooh, Van Poppel would be a good one.
Riley
Cam
Van
Lenhart. Cam Lenhart.
You think
Cam could get up.
Okay.
I just have this feeling.
Cameron Princewell.
Damn. You hit me right where it hurts. Dang.
And then we have to get into the SEC transfers between Sherman, Collier, and Borders.
Collier and Sherman seem more likely than Borders. And I have no
Borders
base.
seems like the showman, though.
I have no base for this. This is just looking at them. The Borders is a showman, but I don't know if it'll land.
If he can pull it off, he's going to have the flashes.
Borders will do Borders.
Like Bortles, he's not in this, not on the roster.
Borders would do something crazy, but he's hitting the back of the rim with the ball and it's just bouncing right out.
Here's another question. Who on the coaching staff do you think can dunk? Do you think Cooper can?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, so it's Cooper, Dvoracek.
Dvoracek's not doing anything crazy. He
can get up and jam it.
Dvoracek,
right?
Dvoracek is the get up and the just a two-hand dunk, and he's just running back down the court.
Barthel?
Nah, he would. No, not Barthel.
And then that leaves us with Terrence Knighton for the likely guys.
Terrence Knighton is very fundamental.
Can he do a drop step dunk?
Nah, he's like a two-step.
I'm most sold of that coaching staff on Terrence Knighton being able to dunk.
Who's the strength coach again?
Corey Campbell.
Corey Campbell's yamming one home.
Sure,
but it's just one. It's just he got one in him. There's too many muscles. There's one in him.
Yeah,
he's got one big jam in him, and that's it.
I don't think there are many likely options.
We've got a couple people. We've got Fidone, Teddy and Bryce, Coleman, Lloyd, and Hartzog. Hartzog is my height.
Hartzog would have to Muggsy Bogues it. Spud Webb.
He could
Spud
do,
Webb.
oh, no, he could do it, though. Like, he could do it. Well, you've seen him get up and deflect passes. Hartzog can get up.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you my story about playing against Cam Taylor-Britt in the rec center?
No.
One of the few pickup runs I went to in college.
Goodness gracious.
There were a few players there, and one of them was Cam.
Mm-hmm.
And who gets stuck guarding the future second-round NFL draft
of
pick,
course.
but me. Didn't go horribly, didn't go terribly.
Did you block a shot?
I did not block his shot. But there was one pass. I picked him up like 3/4 court. He was dribbling down, and he got to about like half court, and one of his teammates came open. This man whipped a ball that missed giving me like
misshaving your head.
Yeah,
yeah,
right in the middle of my head by no more than like half an inch. And he just whipped that thing right over my head. And I looked at him. I said, "Nice arm, former high school quarterback." Like, how do you know that? Like, it's my job to know things.
This is my job.
Yeah,
it's not
sorry.
creepy, I promise.
No.
I promise. Let's see.
Someone says they feel like Satterfield used to play ball when he was in high school. Okay, yes, but can he dunk now? That's the question. It's not, did these guys play basketball in high school? It's who wins a dunk contest now.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he could.
What do you think the coolest trick that we see is? Do we see it behind the back? Do we see it between the legs?
Somebody's going between the legs. That's as far as it goes. Nothing too crazy.
Do we see someone off the side of the backboard?
See, the thing is, I don't know if the football team's doing this. I think they're putting it on. Because that would be insane. Nobody's jumping over anybody, right? Nobody's getting jumped over, but you'll see between the legs. And John and Cortland, Hunter Carver high jumps over 7 foot. Yeah, I know he did. I don't know if he still can. Put on some weight since high school.
Yeah.
Good weight. I'm not saying he's fat. All right, watch out.
Someone
Dude
says
is an athlete.
Elliott Brown pre-injury. I don't know enough about Elliott Brown.
Did Elliott Brown hoop in high school? I could not tell you.
Let's see.
But I'm telling you right now is Carter Nelson, and I'll put $1 on it.
One whole dollar?
Yeah, Monopoly money. You know how it is.
I will take the field for another $1.
All right. Problem is, I don't think they're gonna do it. Like, I don't think I think they're just putting it on. Maybe you'll get a couple guys. You gotta be careful though.
Wait, so you are taking Carter Nelson. If it's literally anyone else, I win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
I like those odds. I will take that.
For a whole $1. What? You gotta think about it now.
No, I'm not thinking about who I'm gonna take. Like, I'm still taking the field. But
you have to pick somebody.
No, I picked the field.
You can pick the field, but you also have to give me a name.
No.
Like, I'm more than likely. Like, this isn't part of the $1, but you're taking the field. I know that, but I want to know who you think is the most likely to win.
Gorilla Bear. Jeff Sims would go between the legs, but drop the ball before he dunked it.
That's
Come
rude.
on, man.
How dare you?
Come on.
How dare you?
I thought we were over that.
You're a monster.
Are we not going to get over that?
Never.
If you're making me pick someone, I will take Malachi Coleman and the field.
Okay. John and Cortland also take Coleman. Somebody said Janarian Bonner. If he hasn't put on that fullback weight yet, I can see it.
How about this?
Hartzog, short guy dunks look the best. You're not wrong. Like, when a short guy jams at home, even if it's, not too crazy, it just looks better. Just flying through the air.
You see the hang time and everything?
Yeah.
How about this?
Like Nate Robinson jumped over Dwight Howard, and they were like, where's the dunk contest? I'm like, he didn't really do anything crazy. Like, it was cool, but I'm not disrespecting Nate Robinson because he won it when he was a Knick, but still,
How about this? Our dollars go to the Phi Lite Chi Foundation.
Done.
Malachi wins, you donate.
Yep.
Carter wins, I donate.
Perfect. Probably
Deal.
a little more than $1 to the foundation, but we're
we'll
putting $1 for
Yes.
now. Putting $1 for now. Well, that was the basketball segment. Nothing about Nebraska basketball, but I just saw
Probably for the
Strick walk
best.
in. We'll hit a little bit because I know that you guys are going to talk about it on your guys' show. So we'll talk a little bit here in the crossover, the Chris crossover, as I affectionately call it, coming up next on the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. More of the Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
A lot of people in the summertime think, gee, I want to build a new home. By the time they go through the process of sitting down, getting the permits, and getting the home started, the home isn't done until January or February.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, and they've built neighborhoods in and around Lincoln for over 25 years.
I think the best time to start designing your new home is the month of January, because get an early start on it. Sit down, the snow's flying. Let's sit around the table. Let's drop some plans. Let's put numbers together. Let's get a budget put together, and let's get that thing started so that the home's done in summer or fall before school starts. So now is really the time to be contacting us to get an appointment to get the job done.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Nebraska. Keeping it green. Helping it thrive. Making it fun. Everything that goes into caring for our outdoors, from waters to wildlife, plays a big role in making Nebraska home. Learn how we help conserve our state's natural resources at outdoornebraska.org.
Paid for by Nebraska Game and Parks. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road. Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, chance of snow expected this morning, otherwise mainly cloudy, breezy and cold. We'll see a high of just 1. Tonight, mainly clear and very cold. We'll see an overnight low around negative 12. And tomorrow, more sunshine on the way. It'll be cold, though. See a high of around 10. meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
He can maybe run. So like speed option, those things. All you want to do.
Speed. I can't see.
It's also. Oh,
Uh-oh.
Look what you did. Look what you did. Look at Bill.
Down.
Come on
Just
now.
calm down.
I don't say anything about semicolons or should there be
Word
parentheses or sentences. Don't talk about that. It's not my wheelhouse.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning. You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert.
Even before you start. That was a preemptive shh.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
I already had someone created in my image. He's evil, he wants to take over the world, and he fits easily into most overhead storage bins.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Evil. Welcome in, Eric Strickland, to the Happy Hour, to the Chris Crossover, as I love to call it. Stricky.
Yo.
How was the drive?
Not bad.
Not bad?
No, main roads are fine. Once again, it's just the back stuff, but I figured out now how to navigate the back roads.
Nice.
What to do, and
you know which roads to
every
take?
now and then I'll get a little slide, little butt kick.
You little woo.
Yeah, just a little bit. I do it.
Stricky out here drifting?
Yeah, a little driftwood.
Tokyo drift?
Yeah.
It's all good.
Just a little bit.
It's all good. Stricky. Saturday, Northwestern game, Nebraska football, dunk contest. Who you taking?
Mean Nebraska football?
Nebraska football, dunk contest.
Nebraska football?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Again, they're putting it on. I don't know
love
if
it.
they're doing it.
I
But
love it. I think
I
it's
would think
dope.
so. Who you taking?
I think my bet would probably be on Malachi Coleman if he happens to
My guy.
be involved.
My guy. Were you listening
Crazy.
on the way down?
No.
You're just gonna agree with
Just-
your
we're
co-host.
partners for a reason.
That's
Okay,
how it
I
works.
see how it is. Yep.
Just gonna agree
Mhm.
with your
Yep.
co-host.
Makes
That's all
sense.
right. All right.
Yeah,
Whatever. man.
who you think?
Gardner Nelson.
What?
Yeah. The crazy athlete from Ainsworth. Yeah.
You really? Serious?
Yeah. No, I'm serious.
Let me think of who used to like a guy. Back in the day, Dwayne Harris. He had a little bit about. I actually loved playing against Dwayne because it was always going to be close to a fight. He was always going to be hacking, fouling, bodying, but it made you better. That's the one thing I did love about our football team. Sometimes they'd come in and play, and it would be fun. Your guys like Eric Warfield, good athletes. Warfield, and sometimes a little Will Height would come in every now and then. But it was fun. It was fun against some of those guys, man. And some of them were tremendous athletes and had some hops and some bangers. It was fun to compete against them.
Were there any guys you played against that you thought were playing the wrong sport? Right? They were playing basketball, should have played football, or that were playing football, that should have played basketball?
Listen, Gary Trent was like out of Ohio, stocked, real bulky.
Yeah, Gary Trent Jr.'s dad.
Yeah. G Trent. I thought G Trent could have been like a heck of a tight end or defensive end. He was like a physical specimen. He reminded me athletically of like Von Miller.
Ooh,
kind of. He
That's
was
a big dude on the basketball court.
Yeah, he was super athletic like that. But
That's crazy.
That was probably one of them.
Well, speaking of basketball, both men's and women's lost this weekend. On the road, the men travel to Iowa after the big win against Purdue. The women travel to Minnesota after the tough, grinding win against Illinois. Both go down a lot early, fight their way back, and can't complete the comeback as both end up losing. I want to ask you, because obviously you've played basketball. At least I think you have. I'm not sure.
Just a little bit.
What is the physical toll, the mental toll that it takes on you when you go down big and then you come back? Like what is your body feeling like after you make that massive comeback? And how are you like trying to keep yourself engaged, or not engaged, but keep yourself going after expending so much energy?
All right. So it's two parts to that. One, as a starter, doing that, it wears on you because you're probably going to be logging heavy minutes, and the expended energy that you have to. Now, you should be expending energy anyway. You know, that should be not even an issue, but the extra expended energy, because you have to do everything perfect, dang near, and have a lot of things go in your favor for it, first of all, to happen. So what I mean by you have to do things perfect, I mean, one shot, all good shots, you have to knock them down. You have to continue to attack, which expands energy. And you have to go to the free throw line and be focused enough to make, like, you have to do all of these things, extra like effort plays on defense, because your challenge ratios have to go through the roof. Like, because the percentages go down. By every challenge, the percentages go down. So you have to be crisp in everything. And then you have to rebound the ball. You can't give second chances to them. So that has to happen. So there's too many things that have to go perfect. But then as a starter, if you're expending all of that energy, you need it to be compounded. That means the guys off the bench. Now, usually what will happen is the first stringers will be playing so bad, Rico, that they'll insert the second guys, and the second guys are excited because it's an opportunity for them to show coaches that I should be getting more playing time. So they're going to be busting their tails, and they're probably at times. I remember a lot of times we got teams back. We got guys back into the game, and then all of a sudden the coach goes back to the guys, and all the work that we freaking did goes back in the hole.
What is that feeling? What is that like?
It's a terrible, because then you got to go back and you got to go try to bring the energy again, but you're kind of half mad because you're like, gosh dang, I just put in this work and now we get it to where it is, and he goes back to them. So you kind of start feeling some kind of way. Unfortunately, it's the thing we talk about all the time. It's the human element. It's not always about the basketball stuff. It's the human element.
Right. And I think the decision as a coach is, hey, these should be my quote unquote best players. That's why we started the game with them. They should be able to pick it back up. But sometimes guys just don't have it. Right. Sometimes it's just not your night. But bad matchup, bad rotation, bad communication, whatever it is. Sometimes
like Bryce playing 30 minutes with the way he was playing, to me.
Sometimes guys just don't have it. So in that case, maybe it would have been unthinkable coming into the game to go so long without one of your better players. But if he doesn't have it, just bench it. He's doing more harm than good. Like, plus minus isn't everything, but sometimes it tells you a lot. Like, sometimes there's just certain lineups that don't work, and some lineups that you wouldn't think would work, but the guys are just on the same wavelength on some certain night. Just go with it. Go with what works, and you hope that, the starters can, put their ego aside and say, hey, I don't got it tonight. I got to be better, but coach, he's playing well. Roll with that group.
Yeah. Here's who I'm happy about. I'm happy for Eli Rice because he actually played really well. Like, the stuff he was doing on the attack, he actually played pretty good defense from what I watched, and he shot the ball well, and he did so in 18 minutes. I think Eli is working himself into 20 plus minutes a game. I think he's getting to a point where I don't watch everything and I don't know what he does in practice. I'm just now looking at what the impact he is. I don't know if Bryce is injured. I don't know what's going on. He's on a struggle bus, and then you're not really getting much out of Jamarcus.
Is that ankle still bothering him? The one that he rolled before Purdue?
I don't know.
Played through it, and maybe the hype and the energy of the arena helped him go through it. But then you go to Iowa, it's a sleepy, snowy game. Maybe the ankle was bothering him some more than he wanted to let on.
So then that's where I say, he doesn't play 30 minutes.
I definitely shouldn't.
So you're again, sometimes that coaches can fall into that too, is they're banking on he's going to come out of it. He's going to give me something, or he's going to give me what I need, when this young fella's over there giving you a little bit of work, and sometimes it's good to go with the second group. Just, it is what it is sometimes those nights.
And there's a balance, right? You talk about the human element for coaches too, to try to balance that, right? Faith and confidence in your guy that's been your guy all year versus knowing. And here's the thing, some of it's a guess, right? You don't know that it's not this guy's night, because the best players, the best scorers can flip that switch and they're back on. You don't know what it is, but sometimes, some nights that switch never flips,
and they're not honest about it.
Right.
Like most players will not be honest.
Oh no.
I think I was leaned more on the side of I'm okay with it. He's roll and go. Like, I'm not at my
Oh,
peak
yeah.
performance. Now, what made me a little bit different is I was always going to defend you. Like, I took pride in that because I did not want anybody one-upping me or showing me or destroying me to the fact that, I was embarrassed. No. You know what I mean? So I was always going to do that. That's what I think my mentality took me beyond most, is because I felt that defense led to my offense as opposed to the other way around. Whereas in some, it's how they're going on offense is going to lead them to play more defense.
And I mean, that's something that Nebraska has been able to do this season, where use their defense to create offense, and the defense is something that they leaned on pretty heavily as the season was going. But in that game against Creighton, in that game against Iowa the other night, like, the defense just didn't have it. Just lazy rotations, lazy closeouts, just for whatever reason, the side of the ball that you can control wholeheartedly yourself, you were giving little to no effort.
Nebraska looked lost more than I've seen. And it wasn't just one or two guys, right? My thought going in was, well, is that on Eli, right? He has to work on his defense. Is he not communicating? It was upperclassmen. Casey was getting turned around. Bryce was spinning instead of following his guys. Happened to CJ Wilcher a couple times. Like, everyone just had their head spinning. Didn't see a lot of pointing, not as much communication. But I kind of want to credit Iowa too, right? They must have been running some stuff maybe a little differently. Nebraska looked like he had no idea what Iowa was doing ever.
There was a point, it was in the first half, where I don't remember how much or even who it was, but there were two guards who got caught in the paint, and somebody just above the break or just below the break got the ball and stood there for what felt like 10 seconds, and nobody closed out. They stood there and looked at him while they were in the paint, and nobody moved. Shoots it, makes the three. It was just a warm-up shot. He had all the time in the world, get his feet set, get the ball on shake the shimmy the shoulders, get the ball exactly where he wants it in his hands, look at the rim, spin it a little bit, do some calculations to find out how far he, like, that's how much time it felt like he had. And nobody got anywhere close to it. And that play just keeps replaying in my mind. I don't remember who it was, but I'm just like looking at that like, what are you doing? This is not the way that you played against Purdue. This is not the way that you were playing against Indiana. This is the way you're playing against Creighton. Granted, you weren't making any shots, but even then, you still need to have and show some kind of effort. It was just frustrating to watch.
It's going to be a potential, and we're going to talk about it, go more into depth, but on the block. But I can tell you this, that from this point on, it's either going to be a downfall for them, or it's going to be something that they grow and learn from, and they change it, because you can't continue to go on the road and just give half effort, because then you're going to just put more pressure on yourself at home. You got to go in, like I've been saying about the football team, go bank victories, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just it's right there for you. Bank it. So they're going to have some bankable road games.
Yeah.
And here's the test. One's coming up.
Yeah, look, the road doesn't get any easier. You have to go to the Jersey Mike Center, which is always a tough place to play, formerly known as the Rack. It will always be known as the Rack, but you have to travel up there, play a Rutgers team that's always scrappy. So coming off of this loss to Iowa, after a win against Purdue, which looks great on the resume, if you lose to Iowa, if you drop this one to Rutgers, again, it doesn't negate the win, obviously, but it doesn't look very good come Selection Sunday if you're in that position.
And I'm going to talk more about this part of it too, is where they're at right now is about where I thought they would be. But the sad part about it is you've given up, I think, two opportunities. One you had in Minnesota, and the other one you just absolutely played horribly in Iowa. But you could have really set yourself up to do something special.
you would have been sitting pretty if you had those two.
Yeah.
You would have been sitting pretty.
And it's not like they weren't potentially winnable games.
Yeah.
Now, Iowa, I think, was probably a little bit better off than Minnesota. And the reason being is that Iowa, their losses are to teams that you can just see, okay, that's a loss.
You get that win against Iowa, you got a number next to your name today.
There's no question. There's no question. And that's the sad thing. They haven't learned yet how to play with success.
Nope. It's just like the football team. You get a taste of success, and all of a sudden it gets flushed down the toilet the next game. Unfortunately. But gentlemen, got about a minute left. What's coming up on the show?
Yeah, we'll talk some hoops. We'll talk some NFL playoffs. We'll break it down by the NFC and the AFC, and a lot going on in Big Ten football. Looking at the headlines, first of all, who's staying in the Big Ten, who's the favorite, but also who's leaving. Right, Harbaugh's interviewing with the Chargers today. Does that affect Michigan, how they move forward? McCarthy declares for the draft. So who's staying, who's leaving in the Big Ten? So yeah, lots of football and some basketball.
All right, thank you so much for helping me out. Austin, you'll be with me all week.
Except for when you leave me.
I'll be here for a little bit. We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. But thank you so much. Thank you for listening to the Happy Hour. On the Block up next. Keep it tuned right here. Listen to some fantastic gentlemen, some hooligans, as I like to call them. Give you some sports talk. Up next, 93.7 The Ticket. Adios. If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today. Chance of snow expected this morning. Otherwise, mainly cloudy, breezy, and cold. See a high of just 1. Tonight, mainly clear and very cold. We'll see an overnight low around -12. And tomorrow, more sunshine on the way. It'll be cold, though. See a high of around 10. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com. where they're committed to you every step of the way.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Cover more acres with a pre-owned sprayer or planter from Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer. We offer one of the area's largest selections of used sprayers, applicators, planters, and seeders. Through the month of January, take advantage of fixed rate financing of 3.9% for up to 60 months or a 12-month interest waiver. Visit your local Landmark Implement location or view our complete sprayer and seeder inventory at landmarkimp.com and experience the Landmark difference.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
A lot of people in the summertime think, gee, I want to build a new home. By the time they go through the process of sitting down, getting the permits, and getting the home started, the home isn't done until January or February.